I'm almost ready on this end, folks. Just getting a caption check by turning on the microphone here, so give us a moment. No captions yet. There it is. Alright, mic's gonna go off for about another minute, then we'll kick things off. Okay, things should be good now. Glasses, hat, drinks, and a little timer to make sure that I don't forget my snacks, because I have yet to eat. I would have had all this set up a little bit earlier, but I just received yesterday a device that is intended to treat hyperhidrosis, which is just a condition where your hands, feet, wherever, your sweat glands are being overactive, are going to be overactive, and you just sweat a lot for no reason. Also, I run really, really hot, so just constantly sweating. Not a good thing. The device and the treatment, however, involves submerging my hands in water and then having this device turn it into spicy water with electricity, and then keeping my hands there for like 20 minutes. Okay. Snacks thawing. Good. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Sergeant Killer Snow, with Snow Studio Games, and today we are starting one of our finals. Because, it's that time. I'm in the last stretch. This is basically the last month of classes for this semester, and then I have a little break, and then I go right back in for my final semester. So, I'm going to be doing like 2, maybe 3 games at the same time for the remainder of class, basically. I learned that my genre, my film class essentially, is having a final where we do whatever is like our specialty, and we present something that involves or is based off of the films that we have watched for the semester. And since it was horror focused this semester, that's kind of my forte. So I might be overtaxing myself and in volunteering to make a little game, even if it is just a little exploratory experience. I love horror too much to pass up the opportunity. But we're not doing that one now. For now, we're doing the one for our rapid game development, which we've already gotten some game design documents drawn up. We've got a map ready that we drew. We don't have a map in game yet, so we're just gonna go ahead and swap on over to the start. Hello. This is a squirrel behind us. Or chipmunk. Squirrel? Squirrel! I felt it was important information. Also, my lighting. Uno segundo, por favor. God, I hope my family doesn't hear me say that even in jest. Uno segundo, por favor. I had to redeem myself. Right, we're gonna call this Brig. Breakout. Starter content? No. We'll leave it like this for now. Not there, though. We're not gonna put it in that location. That needs to go into my active builds folder. Yes, indeed. You go there. Hello, Darklight. Welcome. Thanks for being here. How are you doing today? How's your sprite coming out? Did you see the files that I put in the Discord for you to go ahead and either use or use for reference? Whichever one you choose. Oh my god. Like every single space in the vertebrae in my neck. Oh my god. It was so good. Okay. What? Oh. Skybox that wasn't part of the screen. Oh. How crazy. Preparing the shaders. I may want to already add the blue, the good sky. Then again, I could try and leave it, but I really dislike this quote-unquote basic sky that is in fact governed by where this is rotated. Because then, like, that's the most comfortable for me. This one's okay, but that's the most comfortable. Because everything actually has a dim, like, overlay over it that makes it easier for me to see, to look at. But then, since it's affecting the lighting so heavily, it makes it so hard for me to build anything out in this, so then I have to revert it. And that's just obnoxiously bright for me. Yeah, I think I'll put the sky in. Let's see. Also, let me move the mic over a little bit. God, I wish I had put that a little closer on the desk. Not the bridge. And the marketplace. No. Oh, wait, I'm gonna have to do that. I have to go to Fab. So the Unreal Marketplace went ahead and merged with someone or something. I'm not entirely sure the full story behind it because I don't care about the marketplace structure. But it is... Oh. Why are you asking me this 3 times in a row? Awkward. It is important for me to know where I can go to get certain things or where I can go ahead and sell things. Then I'll start caring about it. But it did... See, it's now Fab. New marketplace from Epic Games giving all digital content creators a single destination. So that means that there were several split destinations where people were getting their assets and they merged with them. Not sure who they omnommed and consumed, but it happens. And let's see if I can actually still access it from here. I should be able to. That isn't what I wanted to do. I may be making some accidental clicks here and there. I am using a new type of mouse meant to kind of help reduce, like, strain from using a mouse constantly. I'm starting to feel a lot of the wear and tear of a sedentary life, and I don't like it. Where's the... was it Better Sky or Good Sky? Might be Good Sky. My electronic nodes are installed to the engine itself. Excuse me? Fab Unreal Engine plugin. I don't remember getting this. What is this? It's the Fab website. Okay. Wait, where'd it go? I lost it. It's an F. F-A, there. Let's see what it's about. Because if this will let me access my stuff from there, that'll be a little easier. But I'm still gonna find the Good Sky. There it is. I love this thing. It is a favorite. Are there any on-site assets that I can think of? That's still cleaning up. That's queued. Let's see, I'm working on a Game Jam game. It's called Polar Expedition, and I'm using the thing from 1980. I love the thing! And just so you know, that's ironic because the thing is one of the subtle inspirations for at least the aesthetics of what I want for Brig Breakout, which is what we're working on. And it's going to be an Arctic facility. An Arctic prison facility that is unique and amongst prisons, not because it is in an Arctic region that no one can really access due to its remoteness and how rigidly cold it is, but because the facility employs a special technology that will actually suppress the memories of those affected by the frequencies emitted by the machine that they developed. So their prisoners have no memory. If they have no memory, they really don't have the will to fight and break out. But something has happened, and the entire facility is in disarray. Your character has a chance, and they have the slight base instinct to know that they want to leave here very, very badly, and they know how to throw hands, so they're gonna punch. Fortunately, no mimics, like our lovely The Thing from 1982. The game is called It Needs to Hibernate. Oh, I love that. The Game Jam theme is Polar Expedition. My game, since I do not have too much textures, will be intense. I call them research time. Oh, yeah. That's perfect. Things don't need to be big old maps and shit. Like, there was a reason for that timer. Let me get these. Alright. So, think about it. Almost everyone knows about a particular game called Amanda the Adventurer, right? You realize that that entire game was pre-recorded animations that the person made. If anything, it was a lot of animation work, and then recording it and having it projected onto the TV screen and doing the different options for it, you know, re-recording over and over. All of it was contained within one room, a box. That's one of the first things they tell us in game design, don't do. Don't just make a big box for the player to be in, and they put us in a big box, and it was engaging. There was so much crammed into that box that we didn't get bored until we literally got everything. And we're left with a puzzle because the lore is not fully explained there and you're left on a cliffhanger. So all of that is in one small space. You know? You can do a lot with a small space if you know what to put in it. Speaking of, we'll need to create our own little small space here. Ba, 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 ba. Hell yeah. Getting good at scripting is just going to constantly make things better and better for you. And it always feels good when you get your scripts to work. When you get that idea from your head into the engine and it works the way you want it to, it's always a good feeling because you did that script. You did the thing. And it's doing the thing that you pictured in your head. It's the satisfaction of artistic creation. And this is FPS based content. And I'm gonna grab all of these and drop them in there. Yeah, sure. Do whatever. Also, the game engines mainly uses any RPG maker. Oh yeah, you want an engine that's got the capability you need for it. I know that there's when you look through like the Unreal or the Unity marketplace that they've got like templates for sale. I'm not sure how many they have for free, but I know that there are some for sale that will be like, here is a base template for a first-person shooter game, and it's got everything you need in like a baseline basic first-person shooter game. Your animations and stuff and your first-person perspective. It's got a bunch of weapons. It'll have the blueprints will be all, you know, commented so that way you know what's going where and doing what. They'll have ammo pickups and shit like that. It'll be everything you need to get started without having to worry about doing all of that basic work yourself. And then you can start putting your own creative twists on it and start creating your unique environments to create your game. So, generally you don't want to do that with a Game Jam though. Game Jam, you work with a whole team there and you get stuff going typically, unless it's a indie, like you build it just yourself, you don't join a team. That'd be a little odd. Not odd. The one game jam that I was a part of, I didn't actually even do anything because I was so busy with school. I was just encouraged to join it, so I did, and I let them know it, like, hey, listen, things came up. I was more busy than I thought. I won't be able to actually contribute. I'm sorry. So I had to drop out. Unfortunately. I have to prioritize the schoolwork before other stuff. It is just you? Good luck. We here know it's possible to build out a game really quickly in a week. It's very, very doable. It's just difficult if you overblow your scope. But if you're just keeping everything to basically research tents, that'll be an easy enough map structure that you don't have to worry about environments, so go with it. Go with it. Also, if you want to simulate something on the other side of the tent, like if the tent has a window, you can always put a plane, which usually just has one face on it. The back side is like invisible, so it's like see-through on the back side because it's not rendering it. But on the front side that is rendered, you can actually go ahead and slap a PNG picture or something on it. And you can do that in just about any engine. So you can put a picture of something like mountains off in the distance and like clouds, so that way they think they're in a research facility up like way up high, or anything. You could make the environment anything without having to make the environment, you know? There's ways to do that depending on what the structure is for your for your thing. The static mesh for your tent. Why didn't those things go in? Is there anything in here? Anything in here? Anything in here? Nope. A bunch of empty folders. Oh, the redirectors? Don't need them. Get rid of them. Damn, it really doesn't want to do it. RPG Maker VX Ace for the game. I haven't touched the RPG Makers. I really should explore the other game engines when I'm not actively in class. That is something I want to do when I'm between semesters. But with the way that Unreal 5 keeps on patching and updating and putting out new versions, I have to keep on updating my knowledge of this one. Alright, my old folders are gone. That's good. I want to create a new folder for blueprints. I'm going to move the Good Sky there because it is a blueprint-based plugin. It's not really a plugin, it's just a blueprint that someone put out that's really amazing. And we'll need to make a map first. So, in content, we'll go ahead and create level. Call it the Brig. I always see pictures of other game engines UI, and it always intrigues me and makes me want to go because I've grown very bored of the current bland UI, in my opinion, for this. I've actually spent time that I could have been using to do good work into looking for just themes that I could change the look of this. And I know there's ways that I could just take the time and do it myself and script it out or look through the options. What is mine? It's going to be first person. I think I actually put my stuff in the game dev assignments thing. Yeah, you can actually see some of what I got planned here. Got that, and hang on, I've got some documentation too that I got to drop in there anyway. Final project, there we go. So yeah, the intent is that since this place does affect memories, there's going to be the memory that it's going to be affecting for the most part is the character's knowledge of the immediate area because they're being affected by it in the immediate area, so they won't know how to open doors. They'll know how to fight because they'll get mad or they'll feel threatened, so instinct will tell them throw hands and fight. But the second you get out of your cage, the first thing you will notice is a pair of the guards' special gloves on the ground, which are going to be knockout knucklers, which enhance, physical punch strength because it's part of their contingency plans as guards. We might be affected by our own stuff here if things go really, really bad. So we're only going to know how to, fist fight, fisticuffs. Punch fighting must be stronger than the inmates in that situation and win, so enhance that. But they're also kind of reckless because they were complacent. None of the inmates are ever really a problem since they don't have the recollection and memory to know that if they're not in danger that they should just be okay. It's a genius ploy, and the cold of the environment keeps them especially docile. It'll be first-person perspective, so you'll just see... Oh man, if I could just flip the camera. One day. I'm gonna have a bunch of different options for camera angles and shit. Be wild. I just need to get a home first. And I need to stop getting distracted and double click this and get the hell out of here. Wait a minute. Yeah, we saved that. And let me go back to... Not going back to anything. I need to go up here to the project settings. Oh, I forgot the microphone can pick up on that. I'm so sorry. I know I have a shrill whistle. I need to not do that. Also, this is louder than I usually leave that. My bad. I need maps and modes. So, if you don't set up starter maps and stuff, it's not going to know where to go, and it'll pick a default that's actually described further in the engine, but I'm not going to dig into it to go ahead and show because I shouldn't be messing with that default. Default game mode. We have not made our own game mode yet, but we shall. Gonna make a settings folder. In this folder, we're gonna make, just preemptively, knowing that I'm gonna need this, an input folder. I don't think I need another folder. I'm just gonna create the game mode base. This is gonna be Brig game mode. And let's take a look at defaults here. It's a game mode base, yes. There will be no abstractions. We're not taking care, we're not doing anything with those. We're not tying anything into this yet, if we need anything. What about your defaults? Okay, so this is where we would tell it to pick our specific character, controller, all that stuff. Oh, also, I should go ahead and flip myself back, shouldn't I? Haha! Yes! Like that. And hide that. Doesn't need to be there. I hid the audio, and I don't know if it turned off the audio, so I'm just gonna not do that again. Okay. We're gonna drag this over and bring it here. Actually, technically, it doesn't matter. Whatever we change in the game mode once we assign it, it will... I'm sorry, I have to grab my words real quick. Get your fat ass back here. There we go. Oh, there we go. My YouTube live control panel wasn't showing anything, and I just realized it, and I was like, wait a minute, have I just been not broadcasting anything for the past half hour? But that's not the case. It just, that one window was not the way it should have been. Okay, So we have the game mode. Project settings is set to load up that map initially, which is exactly what we wanted. Gameplay tags. I don't think we need to add anything as of yet. And everything else is just kind of fine as is for now. Alright, be gone. Let's go ahead and create a player controller. Input. Negative. Player controller, there it is. Brig underscore player controller. Not Briog, no! Not the typo. I'll never recover from this. I'm gonna be part of the dumb military members that can't spell compilation somewhere on the internet. Help me. Okay. I can try and fix this. Oh. First, I want to add a directional light. Because if we do not have this, we have nothing. And then, if I add this blueprint of this... Oh, come on. Huzzah! And if I go ahead and grab... Nope, don't be doing that. Bastard. Select actor in the viewport. That's the one. I selected him. Did you count? You did not count it. There it is. I was using the wrong thing. It was my fault, not the engine's. I'll concede that. I'll also shift my keyboard over so I'm not constantly repositioning myself back to the right automatically. It's a force of habit. Center. Okay. So by attaching the directional light to that, by the way, this is a free blueprint that you can get on the marketplace or on Fab, I guess. Oh, we should probably check that. Fab. I can turn it off later if it's just ass. Did I not? Oh, wait, I installed it. Like, I grabbed it, but I don't think I actually... put it into an engine. So let me go here and type fab. So I did install it. Mentiras. So they might be lying to me. Oh, wait, I need to turn on my electronic nodes for sure. I don't need anything that offers, and we're not really about to put anything else on here because it's not really my thing. So we're gonna reload this. Oh, that is a beautiful... Oh my god, that's so nice. There is something I regret about my time in the military, and it is that I didn't explore more when I was in Germany, when I was in... Oh. Okay, yeah, confirm. There we go. I didn't explore when I was stationed in Germany. And that was largely because I was deeply, deeply steeped in depression, like very horrifying thoughts level depression that I needed to go ahead and get seen by behavioral health for pretty regularly. And that's when I started my journey to try and get better mental health. And I'm happy to say that I don't even need antidepressants anymore, and I kind of self-regulate pretty decently. Although the depression is never going to fully go away, I just know how to handle it better and punch it back down when it needs to. But it was in full swing when I was over there in Germany, and I did not want to go and do anything. Like right now, I want to go out and do things, I just don't have time. And I'm glad that I can say that I have that drive again. But damn, I was out there and I could have been like all over Europe because of how, you know, the sizes of some of the countries in Europe are actually very, very small in comparison to some states. I'm sure that's common knowledge now. I actually started streaming when I was in Korea or Germany. I want to think it was Korea because I started streaming Dead by Daylight when I started, like as soon as I was introduced to it. And I was already streaming random stuff before it. And then I was like, oh yeah, no, this is my new game. Like, I'm gonna be a DVD streamer. Oh boy, that robbed me of my mental sanity very quickly too. Is this a resource? Oh yeah, that's right, that's all the stuff that they have for Good Sky. Don't need to really worry about that. We will go ahead and create a characters folder. So that way I can go ahead and create the player. Hang on. We grabbed first person for a reason, so I'm gonna go ahead and kind of advanced copy this guy. And this guy, honestly. And I'll rename them. This will work. We're not going to be using the guns at all. We're just going to use this to get the base controls and base perspective going. So if I take this and drag it over here and do advanced copy here. Yep. It'll be copied and the references to copied files will be fixed up. Perfect. Should be fine. That's right, it shouldn't need copies of all the... You know what? We'll do it anyway. Did it not? Did not. Oh no, there. It's all here. I see. That's fine. It's not going to bother me. Not at all. Brig player. Excellent. And we're still going to need the controls. Go ahead and save that. Save that. I got to save other things, don't I? Yeah, where'd you put those? Oh, the input folder that I knew something looked off. I'm going to take this and drag it over here where I already made an input folder. Okay, so it didn't move it, it just copied it. That's fine, I guess. Let's go ahead and just delete that then. You're not gonna delete? Don't make me get that one guy from Death Note. It's like his whole thing. Character... Nope. They're all still there. Okay. I think it wants me to save it first and then I can possibly delete it. I don't know why. You know what? It's cool. We can, Nah, you know what? We can point them back to the one that we made. Over. Why am I so torn? Like, it already has all these other things. Why you don't want to be here? Whatever. I'll attach the... Oh wait, this is the stuff from the FPS content. There's our input stuff. And there's nothing else really in the... Oh, hey. No, our settings. That's where I want it. I accidentally dragged it over to the other input folder of the FPS. That's what it was. Yep, that's what I did. It's okay, though. Don't need that. Do need that. And where did I put that? Right there. Advanced copy. We're not going to click anything else. We just want that one thing. Close that. Open this. Get rid of our player controller. Rename this after our player controller. Perfect. Let's take a look at this thing, shall we? Wonderful. Flawless. Unfortunately, it goes back to a mapping in the base content folder. So we're gonna go back in there. Where was it? We need the mappings. Right, just drag and copy. Come on. Use brain. We already have the other stuff that it was referencing. We don't want their weapons. Don't know why I deleted default when I could have just slipped it in right before there, but that's okay. Mapping's good. Nope. They're referencing the ones in the other. Let me rename our actions here. Big. We're just adding Brig to all of it. Get to the Brig. That's the name of the facility, is the Brig. That's why it's Brig Breakout. Which I thought was hilarious that the title might be confusing for some people because they're gonna hear Brig Break initially and they're gonna think it's Brick Break. Or something adjacent. for 0 items. That's crazy. That means you don't need to save. Silly engine. Saving is for changes. We've changed those, speaking of changes. Now let's go ahead and pull them up. This was input action jump. Input action move is going to be Brig move. Brig look. Excellent. Let's see. What else do I want to put in here? Wait, they put it all in the player, didn't they? Character, Brig player. Yay. Oh, wait, Brig controller should also be referencing me now. Brig default. Let's see, we've got... Okay. Camera input. Movement inputs. Not guaranteed to fire every frame, only when the action is triggered yet. Include... Oh, when the current input mode includes game. Interesting. Huh. So... Yeah, that should be fine. We'll drop a platform or something so that way we can test this out, make sure that we can move and stuff. After we also go to our world settings here, we're going to set a kill Z of -8,000. And let's see about dropping, let's see here. Let's just drop a quick cube out here. Go to our, go to game mode, set Brig game mode. And this is where we're gonna tell it to use Brig player with Brig player controller. And we haven't done anything with game state classes, player state classes, anything like that, so that's all we need there. We have that. Light mask, don't need to mess with anything there. Go to the details tab, and then, oh yeah, that location is absolutely wild, so we're gonna go 0, 0, and 0. Tank. This thing really thought I wanted to drop something imperceptibly far. It's okay. It is machine. Doesn't fully know better because we didn't tell it. And now we can go ahead and add a player start. You can find that in basic. Right there. Player start. You can go ahead and save here. Hey, Adman. Welcome. Oh, Darklight. Just realized you can make an underground lab inside a tent. Indeed, you can. Admin, recently I've been favoring Unity because you don't have to do certain tasks to get the code you want, but on Unreal you have to get the node through using other required nodes to search and get it. You cannot straight up search for it and then get what you want, like back in the good old days of Google. Well, you technically can. Like, okay, so let's say you need to get reference to your player from this controller. And let's say that it didn't already have, like, the easy way to do that, right? So, instead, let's say, drag this off, cast to Brig player This is where you would go ahead and do like get player character and plug that in there, and then you'd have like a variable that is the player variable. You could store it like that as a variable, or what you can do is you can take this already pre-made cast to thing that you're trying to do, and then you can collapse it to a function, call it cast to player. I'm just gonna put underscore with ref included, just so that way we know why this thing is special and different. And if you go ahead and now you can kind of get rid of that, but if you click on this and turn it into a pure cast, we never gave it the function of return. So if we return and then drag as Brig player right there, do that. And then just as a security measure, you can do a print string here as a like debug of error getting player, just for security's sake. And now you have yourself a single cast thing that you don't need to do a bunch of circuitous shit anymore, because you already did it once. Kind of like the way you can do it in Unity by creating a function and then you can just plug that in for anything. You can still do it here. It's just a little different, but kind of the same. It's a lot like language. It's just speaking the same concept, but in different words. It's exactly what I did to get my frame time, by the way, in my combat design project for Night Terrors. I made a frame time pure cast node because I knew that I was always going to need that constantly. And what that function is, it's just 3 nodes that calculates dividing 1 by the frame rate of the animation that you're currently using. So that way you can use that specific animation's frame rate as a delay node or whatever you want it to be. Just whatever the time of 1 frame would be for that animation, you can do it with the frame time pure cast node that I created. Instead of having like this big of a chunk of block of code, like basically the equivalent of this every time I wanted to do that calculation. Still doable. Well, let me get rid of that. I don't actually need that. And not in that player controller anyway. Unless I wanted to take this and drag it out to the player. Search system is garbage on Unreal. I can't get what I'm typing on search engine. Look up sequences. So I have to look at what I didn't pass when I got for... Oh. Okay, okay, for sequences, I can't defend Unreal on that one. I know that they've apparently fixed the issues that happened when they initially released 5, but I've been gun-shy around the Unreal sequencer ever since. Yeah, they changed the top bar thing, and it's got like the level sequence shots and stuff like that, and all that got like a rework and updates. But now it's going to take re-education to learn how to do. Which, to be fair, they do offer that as well. I think if you go into the plugins, probably, there should be like educational shit. Forgive my language. I'm just a lowly veteran. I can only catch my language so often. Oh hey. The gameplay ability classes. Woo! I haven't actually messed with those, so I'm not actually going to include that, but I was trying to find specifically... There was something. And now my brain just dumped it, so we're gonna move on. I need to test this. I can move. I think I'm moving. The ground is entirely too, wide. But yeah, I'm definitely moving because I'm at the edge now. And I should be able to go all the way, fall off, and then I'll fall for about 8,000, and I think that already happened because we can no longer look around. Yep. We hit the threshold and died. Assume if I drop something at this elevation, it'll be exactly that height. Nah. Ah! No! Don't do this! Okay. So I'm gonna need to be able to... Wait. Did they not even give hands? Yeah, no, the hands are there. We'll need to find the basic punch animations at some point, but we don't need to worry about that at the moment. I'm gonna go back up here. Get on up there. Okay. This and this, in fact. I'm gonna child that to that, and then get this and eat it the hell out of here. Out of the way. It's the building platform. Thank you. I'm gonna pull this up as well. And now let's pull up our map. I didn't put it in there, did I? I did not. I will need to. Where did that map of mine go? Oh, where could it be? There it is. I'm a little blind. Okay. Move that. Pull that off to the far side over here. Far side, like the Far Side Gallery. Woo! Move that over here. Right. Just things for me to remember. The map is here now. Sweet. I tried to find some free assets for having like icy walls and stuff, but everything was either shaders, which I can mix in some shaders and just use regular cave textures. I'm totally fine with that. I need to change one thing here. One sec. No, not viewing. Not browsing. Yeah, zoom magnifier. But I don't want the... I'll look up how to change that later. It's one of the most frustrating things, because I use Earthen View for viewing images of all kinds without having to go through, you know, extension loopholes. So I use Earthen View, and those that use it know it's got this annoying little feature where if you scroll your mouse wheel, it's not going to zoom. Instead, it's going to start scrolling through all of the images that are available in that folder. And that's not typically what you want your mouse wheel to do when you're viewing an image actively, you know? And people aren't going to think to hold down 3 different keys before scrolling their mouse wheel to zoom in on what they're trying to look at. So I know that there's somewhere to change that, but I don't want to take too much time on that. Unless, of course, it's that quick. Ah, it's one of the top searches. I put Earth in view, change, and it immediately popped up. Scroll wheel to zoom. Oh, they're just... It's just people requesting these things. Oh, wait, no, that says implemented. No, no. Crud. Nah, it would take much more research. Apparently there's been a lot of issues for years trying to get that going. Who would not put scroll wheel as the default for zoom? My brain does not comprehend. It doth not compute. Okay. So we're gonna start building up with first cylindrical area. I have not used the modeling feature really at all, so this is going to be interesting. Cube grid. Create blockout meshes using a repositionable grid. New asset. This tool is very in-depth. Holy shite. Let me... Cube grid tools. What? Ultimately, would I be able to hollow this out? Static mesh, volume, dynamic mesh. Ah, okay. Yes, that is kind of looking decent. Nice. Okay. Now let's make this about 500. See what that is in relation to the player. Nope. Make that about... let's delete a decimal there, shall we? Let's see. Oh, 2000. 1750. Let's try 1750. I feel like 2000 is just going too high. Yeah, 1750 looks good. Because it's going to be like the base floor plan. But we also want some height on that. So let's go ahead and make that about 1250. Yeah, that looks like a decent sized cell containment room. That'll work. So I had what? All right. And I also want to see here one poly group for each geometric base. Height subdivisions. Not for this one, I don't think. You know what? Fine. Give it 6. And target position on scene, pivot location being the base centered or top. Nope, base is all right. I think. think. Center pivot. Oh no. Not for when we're trying to place it. Damn it. UV scale, world space, show wireframe preview. If true, overlays preview with wireframe. Yes. Actually, I enjoy that. And let's make this 8 faces per. Yeah. Doesn't need to be so detailed. Also, about how many cells am I thinking again? About 4. About 4 per hemisphere. So yeah, 8 faces works. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no. Okay, so we should be able to drop that there. Now we should be able to also change it and do stuff. Transforms, conversions. Is there a way for me to hollow this thing out? That's just changing the transform. Look at deformations. I see. It's going to auto-generate a folder where it's going to put these meshes as we make them. We got to remember not to get rid of any of these meshes. And be careful how we reposition their folders afterwards, too. Oh, do I need to place this thing down first before I get access to the stuff? Okay, fine. Like, actually hit accept. There we go. Yeah, now I have options, tools, right? I can do stuff? Yeah, I can. Okay. Tessellate and displace. Dynamic mesh sculpting. Alright, I need to figure out which one of these is going to be... Oh! Polycut's familiar. Cut the selected mesh with an extruded polygon. Oh. Fill hole. I'm more familiar. Fill holes, union, weld. To resolve self-intersections. Remove hidden triangles from selected meshes. Remeshing. I'm trying to make a hole. That's also a familiar phrase in a preferred phrase in the military. Trying to tell people to part ways and make a path. You just shout out, make a hole! And military folks will just start shuffling over and make a path. Who needs to move over? I don't know which one of these things I am to use to carve a hole in it. Now, that's an actual sculpting tool. I don't think that's what I want. Oh. Hello. That's interesting. Oh, that's interesting. That's cool. But also not what I want. I need to actually remove that. How do I do that? Undo? Perfect. Duplicate, bake, convert, pattern, split. No favorites. It's modeling mode, brush editing. Nope, because it's not a brush, it's already static mesh. Correct. one or more boundary edges. Wait, is that a hole? It made a hole! Yes! Okay. Much good. Not trying to fix holes. We need those. Operation cut through is good. And it did indeed go all the way through. Now, why isn't it letting me go beyond this width, though? I need more. I need about 350. Just kidding. Need about 1,500. Are you not going to allow it? I feel like it didn't actually move. Let me pay attention to where that's at and say... Okay, it is getting larger. Make sure it's got the same amount of subdivisions. I think this works. Extrude the current set of selected faces. Okay. I think this should work. And then... Aha! Wonderful. I also need to kind of do the same thing, but with what? What? No, wait, redo. No. No, what did I do? Ah. Cut with Boolean, yes. Okay. Okay, so there's other stuff. Yeah, I need to accept that again. And save. Not letting it mess that up. But now I'm trying to... Let's see. Oh no. Yeah, we didn't want that one. I think I might need to specifically modify individual faces now, if it'll let me. No? But you should. Mirror, nope, nope. Mesh. Select and edit mesh triangles with a brush. Nope. It's not what I'm looking for. Remesh, weld, nope, nope, nope. Nope and nope. None of those. Also, I feel like those aren't what were initially there. We're gonna cancel. Wondering how to like carve into a single face, because I want to make the cells and carve them in there already. But it looks like that may or may not be possible. We were able to talk to the instructor today, and he talked to me as a gamer. We were able to sell his Chrono Trigger that he got for... Oh, wow. Yeah, people pay a lot for old games. Definitely the case. I wish that were the case when I went homeless, because then I could have actually, you know, not been homeless for as long as I was. It wasn't even that long, it was 6 months, but still. Shitty time. And oddly liberating. But mainly shitty. I don't like how this tool doesn't, like, resize or remove the things in its categories the way that it does for the outliner and the content browser and stuff like that, so I'm gonna shrink that up a little bit and give us a little more room to look at this tool, because this is one of my first real times peeking into this at all. Vertex sculpting? Is that? No, that does not look familiar to me. Nope, hit back faces. Back shots of vertexes, that's crazy. Deform meshes via polygroups, but we haven't drawn any polygroups. Because this wasn't something that was imported with that kind of stuff. So maybe I just instead change the size. This mesh has UV seams which may limit remeshing. Discard attributes or the remesh tool. Yeah, I'm gonna remesh it after. Actually, each room's gonna have, we're gonna say, 7 cells. 7 cells and a doorway. So I'll still need to be able to make a doorway out of this somehow. But where is discard attributes? Yes. That is something that you told me to do. What does this do? What am I doing to this? I'm not doing anything to it. I am clicking and nothing is happening. Oh, good God. I was wrong. Things are happening. I'm not sure I like what things were happening. Oh, okay, I see. Grab, smooth, sculpt. Interesting. Fortunately, I'm not here to do any kind of sculpting like that. All I want. Oh my God. Why you do this? That is wild. Why is it looking like this? Oh, because it's... Wait, what? Where are these subdivisions happening? Is what I want to know. Okay, so it's still got the 8 faces I told it. Oh, subdivision scheme? Okay. Jesus. Does not look like this is the option I want either. Split one mesh into parts using a second mesh. Is it just because I don't have another mesh out here to mess around with? Is that what I need? Just a cube to start actually cutting into things? fine. Let's do it! So this is static mesh. This is also static mesh. Just one has different type of skin. Also changing this to worlds. Oh, you won't show me where that is, will you? That's crazy. Anyway. Can I use this to try and, you know, zhuzh a door out of this situation? Also, let's fix our snap sizes and stuff, because we know that this likes to constantly reset itself. I clicked the wrong thing. There we go. And there. We set them all to their smallest value, so that way we have better fine-tuned control over it, rather than letting it just do big old snap increments. Also, when you're moving something around, you can always click this right here to switch between moving it in relation to its relative transform or the world transform. So sometimes when you move and rotate an object in the world, its gizmo is going to look weird because, like, you're looking at a square, but that's what its gizmo looks like when you're looking at it. And it throws you off because you expect it to be, you know, in line with it. But that's because the gizmo is oriented towards the world positioning. When you set it to relative, it goes back to, you know, being nice and in tune, in sync, and very, very autistic friendly. My god, I need to get checked. Anyway. I'm going to see about, at the very least, trying to use this to make a door, because door comes first. If I have to rig up a different type of way to make a room, so be it. Oh. Is that not as, okay. That's fine. Cool. Alright, that exists and it is literally intersecting. Can we do something with this? I see union. Ah. Union. Delete inputs, new object. Cylinder merge. Cell block. W doorway. Okay. So I clicked cube 2. So hopefully it will consider that the second. Right? Right? Try fix holes. No, I don't want it to. Not sure what... Oh. That's a crazy... Hey, yo. That's kind of awesome, actually. Hold up. Who let this cook? No, let me keep it simple. KISS. We gotta kiss this project. Keep it simple, stupid. I don't know if it's still, like, just basically messing with itself. Yeah, I think it was just feeling itself for the most part. Let me grab both of those and then do that. okay. Cell block. I'm just gonna put cell block. Use only first materials. Yeah, we'll do that. Because the first thing I had selected was the big old area here. Oh, wait a minute. We're gonna cancel. We're canceling because I just realized that we have the floor and the doorway selected and not what we actually want. We need the cell block and cube 2. Now we do union. Yes. What is trim flaps? Remove open visible geometry. I don't know, we'll see how it looks before. Yes, show new bound edges. Cell block. Alright. Try it. Aha! So it did kind of do the thing, but also left these parts of it. Yes. Is there a way that I can now get rid of individual faces? Let me steal your face. No? Nothing? Draw and revolve 2D paths to... Oh, that's cool. Splines. Extruding should be nice and easy. No, cancel that. I was about to make a cube grid. I think that probably would have been one of the starting points, not where I'm currently at. Seriously, why can't I just grab the face? Simple collision editor, collision to mesh, mesh to collision, inspecting collision. Oh, hey, painting polygroups. That could actually help. I could have done this with just brushes and then converted it later. Yeah, okay. There we go. Yes. Just triangle by triangle. Get rid. Goodbye. Oh, nice. It shows that it's the reverse end where you can't see the material because it's not rendering. I like that. Very cool. Oh, there we go. I have to hold shift to get the... Oh, that's trippy. To be able to multi-select and not control. Should probably remember that. Okay. Those are gone, which means that now I should be able to accept that trim edit and then perhaps... I should also be able to still use... Yeah, that's right, bridge. Create a new face that connects the selected edges. That's exactly what I want. Grab that one, and then grab... Oh, come on now. Don't be shy. Bridge. Grab this one, and bridge that one as well. Okay. So how about instead, since you want to be difficult, we'll delete this edge. No? What about that vert? You don't want to get rid of that? Oh, wait. Idea. No, it's split there too. Are you serious? You ass. So where does that go? Shouldn't be anything down here. Oh man, is that the floor? Not sure. Oh wait, welding. Which thing could I have possibly welded together? Moving the first edge to the second. I don't think that was the right one. Triangle edits, flip, disconnect, duplicate, poke. Nope, nope, nope. Ah. Not that one either. I thought wrong. Offset, push pull. Selection filter. Oh, hey. That's actually very helpful. Yeah. Now it's not going to give me any of the other ones. Although, it should honestly be edges for right now. Marquee, ignore occlusion. Oh, that's crazy. Show wireframe. Nope, don't need that with everything else. Don't need the gizmo. We'll lock the gizmo rotation. We don't want to accidentally rotate anything. I want to merge this one and this one. Can we do that? No? You don't want to allow that? Okay, so what happens if instead we weld... I'm trying to weld edges, but what... I know there was welding for vertices too. But this is in triangle edit mode, I guess. I guess I'm mainly annoyed that it's not letting me finish bridging that gap when it should absolutely let me do that. So let's see what happens if I just kind of grab this and pull it up a little bit and see what's happening. Okay. So we have a few things that are still kind of residual here, I think. So we're going to re-enable all of these, because these shouldn't be here. And they could very possibly be causing the annoyance. As is, you know, known to happen every so often when it comes to any kind of 3D modeling. Although I have a feeling that once I actually pick up a thing or two about this, about the Unreal Engine's version of the modeling tool, I feel like things might get a little bit easier for me. Okay, so now we can switch to this mode. Select those two and bridge that. Select these two and bridge that. And if I grab their faces, I can potentially invert those two. but I don't think I need to. Maybe, let's flip it. Oh, that's flipping edges. Whoops. That's not what I wanted. Not inverting the selection either. Delete faces, cut faces, recalculate the normals. Yeah, there we go. Flip normals and face orientation. That's the stuff. Okay. I need to kind of look at this. I'm going to recalculate, like, this whole column. And see how it goes. Because that feels like a weird cut right there. I'm going to select all of these. Basically right up to where the, right up to the edges that would create the next part. We want to make sure that we have all this grabbed, selected, highlighted. That's what I thought. Tried to hide from me. Okay. Let's see if I can do anything for this. No? Cool. What was others? Where was it? Not subdivide. Not that. Oh, we're still in triangle edits, I guess. It won't let me go anywhere, do anything until I say that it's good. And I'm not sure if it will let me mess with stuff. Alright. F it. We'll accept it for now. And then we'll go to... Where's it? Remesh. Retriangulate. Yeah, let's retriangulate. Frick it, let's save first. Then remesh. Oh man, a triangle count? That ain't it, Chief. Why does this look bumpy? No, 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 no. Uniform smoothing type. Discarding attributes. No smoothing, I guess. Allow flips, splits, collapses. Boundaries, remesh type, standard. Give it a full pass. Trying to think of anything else. Yeah, show all that is fine for visualization's sake, but I'm sure shape preserving is probably actually going to be better. And then we'll have to simplify it. Actually, this feels wrong because it feels like it's simpler this way. It's only thinking of the edges. Let me mess with the vertices, not the UVs. No, 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 no. With the attributes. There are no crazy attributes. There's nothing different there. Sucks having to learn on the spot. I'm not familiar with, like, any of this. Any of the tool, I should specify. I'm not familiar with any of this tool's actual capability. Remove hidden triangles from the selected meshes. I just want to merge those two, but the vertex there won't really let me. Wait a minute. Idea. It wants to be so finicky. Not let me merge vertices, then fine. Get off of that. Actually, yeah. Let me just grab that vert. Said the vertex. And you go. Oh, you're not gonna let me move that, huh? Interesting. Where's the gizmo? I need to have the gizmo visible again, and select that. There we go. Because now I can combine. Let me do it to several of them now, so that way we can patch up this hallway and be done with this. That's right. Scoot it on down now. Y'all are practically overlapping. Now let's go ahead and go to weld overlapping mesh edges. I don't think it did what I wanted it to. It did not. No, sir, it did not. So let's bring it down even closer. Oh no. Snapping to the scale grid movement. This should have been smaller anyway. But now we just turn off snapping. If that's not considered, like, overlapping, I don't know what would be. I think I saw a difference actually happen there. Won't know for certain. Nope. It didn't do it. It did not do it. No, sir. It didn't. At all. Oh, fine. Get that thing back where it came from, or so help me. I'm never gonna have that lined up the way it was supposed to be again. Crap. Aha! It actually did undo it enough for me to get back. Nice. So instead, I think I'm going to do this and say, let's see what fill hole does. No? Grab all of these. Really, it's not gonna do it. Huh. First edge to the second. I hit weld, it did not do it! Cannot weld current selection. Selected edges must be current boundary edges. Really? I don't think these count then, right? Yeah. What about these? These count? Must be exactly 2 edges. Oh! Undo that. Why does it have to be boundary edges? Because obviously that's not really working here, buddy. Let's not do this. Not again. Alright, let's see what else we can do. Okay, we'll grab this one and see if attaching it to this one with weld will be any kind of great. Cannot weld current selection. Must be boundary edges. Annoying. What? Why don't we do the thing? So now I should be able to do this instead. Can we? Shall we? Can this work? No. Cannot bridge current selection. Can you explain why? You can't? And that extrusion does not work. Dislike. Why is this such a complicated thing for what is a basic function of a modeling tool? I don't understand. Let me merge vertices. Why are you only letting me edge? It's crazy. Because now it's not going to let me do any of this other shit either, because it's only going to let me use... I'm getting annoyed. I do apologize for my annoyance, but I am, in fact, getting very, very annoyed by this. Because it shouldn't be this annoying to just to make a cylinder and then have it become, you know, cut some holes in it. Done. I shouldn't have had to, like, do a perfect, what do you call it? Lord help me. A perfect Boolean fusion between the rectangle that I used to make this and this. Like, should have gotten rid of it. Should have been an option for it. There wasn't. Not that I saw. And now I'm feeling like I have wasted almost an hour of time just trying to understand how to use this tool. And it doesn't feel good. I want to know why this doesn't let me just recalculate the an individual face. Outset the current set of select. What does outset mean? Oh, I'm so upset. What? Like extrude or offset, but performed in a Boolean way, meaning that the faces can cut away the mesh or bridge mesh parts. Excuse me? Are you serious right now? After everything? Requires face selection. And the faces no longer exist for that. How back does my undo history go? Cool, we're gonna go all the way back there. Crap. There. Much better. That's a better starting spot again. Give me a second, I'm gonna run to the bathroom. I will be right back. I'm back. It's sitting down now, too. Sorry about that. This, I may have a... Oh. With an extruded poly. But, like, can't you let me select a specific thing? Because I really just want to cut the face of it. Big sad. Although, knowing that we have the triangle edit here, that means that I might be able to try something. Possibly. Maybe. Okay. I'm having an idea, possibly. Let's cut off the face grab. Let's cut off the vertex grab. Let's also cut off the gizmo for right now. I'm gonna grab all these. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to essentially add another I'm gonna split them, all of them, so that way there's like a midway point between these, and then I'm gonna do it again with intention and porpoise. Okay, you want me to... Yeah, there you are. Which also means we have you to deal with here as well. There. And obviously still to go the rest of the backside here. Lovely. Sit up straight. Come on now. Have some discipline. Stop turning into shrimp. Alright. Grabbed up all those. Still missing this big ol' obvious front one here that I need. Why won't you let me? There you are. So glad I was still holding down the right button. Okay, should be able to split. Oh my god. Yeah, no, that's exactly how it should be. This is horrifying. Undo. Yeah, that did not work the way I wanted it to. I will be honest. See, one only touches the boundary vertices. Set of selected faces. Huh. Alright, we didn't do anything to this yet. Weird. we're gonna redo that, we're gonna redo what we did with cutting the hole in it with the box, but we're gonna see how well we can get that to work. Let me look at this from a top down, make sure I'm getting that correct. This is rough. Okay, that will cut out each of them. I hope it's close enough that it will calculate to not need those edges, and it will bridge it. But that's all I can do right now is kind of hope. Go back to perspective mode so that way we can make sure we get this kind of down where it's supposed to be. Look at it from the right. Okay, it's basically like attached. There. Let's say like that. Where is the player? Start. Up here. See. Bring it down. Bring it over. And realize that we were grossly overestimating our sizing. Boop. Widen that up. Alright. Let's see about having this cut in. First material mesh is fine. What's winding? Threshold to determine whether a triangle in one mesh is inside or outside of the other. It sounds suggestive for geometry. Try to collapse edges. Try to collapse extra edges created by the merge. Not sure. From input. Okay. Oh, basically output the same thing that it... the same type that it was. Test, cell block. Should have renamed this struggle with the modeling tool. transfer collision. I don't think we had any that we specified, so it should just be going off of its own collision that it generated. Okay. I will have to trust it. Merge it. Misery. Pure misery. Oh, wow. Wow, oh, wow. I see there's no bridging these from in here. Unless... Woo-woo. Ignore that. Cannot bridge current selection. Okay. Let's see what happens after I delete a few faces. Four, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Yes, sir. Gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Fairly well, friends. Now, bridge my goddamn face. Do it. What do you mean you can't? Ugh. Because I hit fill hole and it decided not to fill the hole between these two, but it... Let me undo that because I'm selecting multiples. What if I just grab these and extrude... like this. And you just kind of accept that as reality? Do you think you can do that for me? Follow that order. Nope. Apparently you can't. Cool. Yes. Accept action. Now let's do that again. Requires boundary. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? This is the same at... Don't do this to me. What about this? Am I allowed to... I am. Okay. So how about that? And then from there, I should also be able to extrude this down. Let's look at it from the right face. Oh my god. That's right, because of the shape, it's going to be a little odd, but I think I can get it pretty close. Now to check if that's the outside. Uh-huh. I noticed that it created these little gaps here that are just multiple faces. Or I need my camera to slow down so that way I can get in close. Yeah, I see something not right here. There's red, there's blue. Where's the... Okay, you're not that concerned about that, I see. That's the part that's extruded out, though. Isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah, that's what I thought. So are those all, like, merged on one point there? The geometry on this is going to be kind of, This was kind of an issue that I had while I was in the 3D modeling classes, is that I was a little too meticulous down to the vertex as opposed to just sculpting something. Yeah. I just need to move on. Bring that over. Bring it up. And bring it in. Can't really bring it in, but do what we can. Except extrude again. Wait, did it? Nope, it collapsed it. Holy hell. I'm not gonna enjoy having to do this for the cells. Actually, they're not supposed to have, you know, an exit through it, so it's probably not gonna matter as much. Sharing somebody's internet router, not paying for it, but it's supposed to have 1,000 gigs per second, but the only thing that works with it in terms of how it's meant to do it is when you download a Zoom video. Not sure where things could be throttled, or possibly Zoom is set to have a higher priority on their computer or on something. I'm not really certain, because Zoom has become kind of integral to everywhere and almost every field. It's just very useful. So I'm not sure if they have like a priority Zoom meeting bandwidth allocation thing happening. Could be possible. Oh, this is way easier. What the hell was I doing? Oh, to download a Zoom video? Not sure. I'm not sure what could be doing that. You'll have to kind of look through and see what, well, you're using someone else's internet, so it could be a thing of just range. Or it could be that they intentionally throttle your connection. Maybe they know that you're using their router, so they're just kind of letting you, but making sure that you're not going to be able to get full good streaming. Either that, or you're actually just trying to pull from their streaming capability while they're actively trying to do something, and that's why it slows down. Alright, I grabbed all these up. I want to see about... not collapse. Wait, collapse the selected edges, deleting the attached triangles, and merging its two vertices into one. That's crazy. Now, is there a way to just kind of like fix this one specific face? No. You just want to be a continuous problem. Recalculate the normals. Why? Because the current selection isn't faces? Fine. I will select faces. How that? Faces. Nope, we're not separating them or flipping them. It did nothing. Unless... Did it? Things freaking out. Nope, that's still like that. Yep, nothing really changed. Okay. There's gotta be a... What? Using voxels. I don't know what all those are. We're not baking anything, and what is that? Oh, hello, friend Lily. I don't know why this is still popping up my messages there. I told it to not do that anymore. We're not going to automatically unwrap no UVs at all. I'm not doing that one. Resolve self-intersections. It could, technically, right? And it's supposed to resolve self-intersections. Doesn't really look like it did too good a job, but... Simplify the selected mesh. I'm just really particular about how it's gonna do this part. Ah, no. Okay, there we go. Slow down, bring it in. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's still got that whole thing going. And that was with me grabbing the whole thing. But maybe, just maybe. What perspective is it? Nope, this is at an angle. I wouldn't be able to get it right. Unless, top down. Where was I? Oh, yes. So we wanted to get which ones? Right. Something felt off about that grab. Yeah, I'm not seeing what I want to see. Alright. We'll do it this way. How far do you go into... Oh no, because it split it up and did a whole bunch of stuff. Why? Why would you do this to me? I'm ignoring it. No one's gonna look that close. Jesus. My brain does not like me. Now let's get another what? I'd say please? Yes? Yes. Top down. For favor. Zoom out. Just trying to get a quick line up here. Just realized our snaps weren't even on, and I think I pretty much got that. That's... oh, so close, actually. Not on location. Rotation. Oh, no. Smaller increments. No. Fine. .5. Ah. Good. Perspective. We want ground level and brain. Why do you not work for me? We want ground level and a second floor. We're gonna try and do a staircase that spirals from the center of the room, from where the main entrance of the door is, and then have it like go up around the second floor and then back down. Interconnected ramps, basically. This. Like that. It's gonna be a cell, so we want to make sure that it's a decent one. I'm pausing. Whenever I pause and don't do anything for a second, I'm not like lagging. I'm in my head thinking about like how things should be positioned and also thinking of how it should work and trying to auto-translate it to the way it does work or is, you know, theorized to currently work, I guess. Yeah, that'll work. And a little inset freezer. Project. Good God. Wait a minute, that's kind of interesting. First, let me fix up the sizing because it did something to it. Actually, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. It's just gonna push it until that's part of the back wall, yeah. I think theoretically that means that I can then delete these front faces. Cannot modify built-in engine asset. Undo. That was atrocious. Okay. Boolean. Did different options show up when I had two things selected? I'm gonna hit cancel for a second. I need to... Those were right there. And those were the ones that were grayed out. I just had to clear my throat. That's all that was. Yeah. That's good. It's good. It's really good. It's really good. Ah! I'm gonna go back and do the hallway again. Been hating this train lately, how gaming with Dark Souls for formula that everybody copies pretty much makes it almost the same games or somewhere approach to the challenge that, oh, so it's, yeah, they're copying the, you know, Souls-like mechanics and then reskinning it with their story. Doing it on like, yeah. Yeah, it's... I said it years ago, is that everything's been reskins of stuff and that they're going to keep digging further into nostalgia and just cycling through the generations as long as the money keeps coming. And I always knew that was going to be a thing. I don't know why I did that movement, because I'm about to go through the undo history again and go back to when we... Yeah, there's the simplify, there's the recalc norms, there's the extrusions. Let's go back to the merge meshes. There we go. I want to go all the way back to when we're not about to merge those meshes. Oh. Undo action map switching. No. That was the Boolean meshes. Recalc, blah, 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 blah. Delete faces. We're gonna go back here. Yeah. Alright. Cool. This is just named Boolean. Oh, wait. It's just back. Back to what it was. Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine. I guess. It's better than having lost it all. This is very confusing as to how it's trying to understand its own undo history, but I'll deal with it. Definitely gonna try and, like, close this up, fill it in, and remesh the thing. So, let's go to triangle edit. Grab up all of this. Apologize profusely to this poor former cylinder. As boxy as it may have been. Nah. No Brazilian. And then we can kind of just... Oh, let me grab it from the other side, actually. Not that, but these. Fill hole. Accept, and then let's see about remesh. Ooh. Very interesting. I suppose. Oh god, the normals are freaking out. Simplify. How is that simplified? Fastest. Existing positions is a little better. Let's go to 25%. Let's bring that actually to 15%. And let me see what it's doing particularly to this. Nothing. Cool. Good God, this still kind of exists, and I don't like it, but it's okay, because we're gonna fix it. Because now we're just going to have a new... We're gonna punch another hole through it, and it's just gonna be bigger, and it's gonna hide the original hole mistake. It's fine. No one has to know. As far as this cube knows, it's the prison wall's first time. Alright? It doesn't need to be any the wiser. Extendo Patronum? Instead of expecto. Get it? Ha ha ha. Funny, hilarity. Alright. This should work. Have this clicked, then this, and then model bool. Oh. Oh boy. Which cell block type is this? Damn it. I'm now noticing that it's attaching these extra IDs to it. So now the ones that I've just been naming cell block, etc., etc., are just being generated and dumped there in not the best of ways. Oh no, this wall is all fucky-wucky. This is all fucky-wucky. I don't like how that looks. Do a little smoothing. Jesus Lord Almighty. More triangles. Will you somehow work better? Oh, is it because I turned your smoothing rate to nothing? That might possibly be an attributing factor. Enable edge flips and remeshing, and tends to lose edges and detail. Let's see. Enable edge splits. Collapse. Alright, whatever. Mesh boundaries should be fixed. Should have probably said that first. Ah, that one looks a little bit like a cleaner and better remesh. Though I don't like the kind of weird appearance it gives it in certain areas. It looks like it's kind of fixing up the problem that was happening with the geometric normals. And I'll go ahead and see about auto-generating a UV map to match. Okay. So, time for me to do it again. I think this time I'm gonna have all the cubes in position for it. So where's the bottom of this? We're gonna turn off the floor. And as for our sky, can you not auto day night? Not that. It's probably a little excessive. Where was your actual thing for taking care of that? You're not going to let me? That's odd. Hello. When people were recommending me Tunic, I looked it up. Google told me it's a Zelda Souls-like game that made me not play it. I'd still give it a shot because people tend to miss genre things kind of frequently. Like, I don't remember if it was you or not, but I do remember someone was saying that Hollow Knight was called a Souls-like. That's not a Souls-like. And that's a negative. And the only Souls-like feature that it had was the whole losing your experience when you died and then having to go back and get it, and it kind of forced you into getting it, because if you didn't, you'd never have full use of your abilities. Give it a hemisphere instead. I want to see the wireframe for this thing. Actually, let's just look. No. I want lit, but I also want this thing in particular. Collision? No. Visualize. No, 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 no. Bounds? Alright, there's kind of. Problem with jumping between engines so often is I kind of forget where certain things are. Constraints is not what I'm looking for. There we go. So now we can see these. Oh my god, I love that glow. Alright, we can see the mesh edges now for everything in the scene. So now I can kind of better gauge how to do this. Oh, I need you poking out the bottom there. Good enough. Bigger. It's good. And there. Decent sized cell. Center it up a little bit. Copy it. Rotate this. So we're kind of in line there. Awesome. We're also going to have to put a cube in here and then move it up because we kind of did a one at a time thing instead of being smart. So we'll make it work. We're gonna copy this again. Continue our escapade into trying to make this into a functional cell type situation. Actually, I think I want that this block to not be there because I want the pathway. So we'll take this one and move it over here. Actually, you'll be the one that that is in the first OG cell. Whoopsies. I held it wrong. Not a surprise. I am, at the best of times, a bit of a clumsy oaf. No. Yes. Should already be poking. Yep, poking out the bottom. Excellent. Now, in theory, I should be able to rotate this the correct angle. There you go. And also just grab these three, duplicate them, and then rotate. Give me that 180 on this one. Allow me to move it over here. And that should give us a little bit of a base to set these up. Look at that. It's so nice. Alright, now we need one that kind of matches that. So I'll duplicate this. I'll zero out rotation. Bring it over here. Let's see, does that go through the bottom? Not quite. There you go. Yeah, that'll do it. Get you in there. Nice. Now we're gonna grab all these cubes. Except that newest one. We don't need that one. And then we'll duplicate these going up. We'll be right there. Now if I grab this, and then all the other cubes, I should be able to go to model, and it's not gonna let me boolean. Why not? Merge multiple meshes. That's not what I want. Do I have to grab them individually so that way it knows what it needs to cut out? Fine. 2 selected meshes. Yep. It want monogamous pairs of mesh. Yep, except... And I don't really care about the naming because it's just going to keep on restacking it over and over and over. Was this the newest one? One way to find out. Nope, this was not the newest one. So, this one? Yeah, that's the one. That's definitely the one. So that means that we can get rid of all the other ones. One reference. Crap, something is still being referenced. I don't think these are. Cool. Makes that a little bit easier. Let me also take a quick peek here. Have to do this one cell at a time. We'll write it to the first input object. So that way it just overwrites the old one with a new. I think the reason that this is still being referenced is because we're not done editing this yet. So, I'm just going to assume that that's the case. Pull that. Yep. Here. Come on. I definitely clicked the other... No? No? You're not going to let me... There you go. When even the mesh is tired of getting violated. Talking about like people's rights. Cool. Nice. Darn shame. Another hole in the wall. Oh, I still have to say okay to that. Yeah. And do it again. Yep. What, we got like 4 more? Nope, still a full 6 more. Okay. Continuing. No. Cancelled. I selected things in the wrong order. That was my bad. There we go. I remember making some monstrosity meshes when I was first getting into doing bools and stuff, and I didn't know how to... Correction, how when I was doing boolean merging in 3D modeling. Oh. There's some shared terminology that can make things confusing. But then again, the Boolean thing is still a true or false, yes or no. It's just the first mesh is the yes, the second mesh is the no, and it's cutting a hole in the yes out of, with the shape of the no. That's all it is. A positive and a negative. difference? A and B. Oh, we could also have flipped it here. Intersection. Union is what the merges were doing, and that's not what I wanted. Because I need the other shape to kind of be gone afterwards. It's just kind of a pizza cutter, in a sense. I say that because I have pizza. Oh, I just remembered I didn't actually plan real dinner. Brack. I'm actually going to be quite hungry here real soon. Also starting to get a slight headache. It'll be fine, I'm sure. Oh, I think it's because I took off my glasses in frustration earlier. And didn't put them back on. Cool. We're just succeeding in so many ways. I can see the icon on this. The outside of it is like all warped and stuff. Yeah, we're gonna need to remesh this pretty well. Oh no, that actually shouldn't have, like, you shouldn't have a floor there. What? No. Okay. I'll just crap. Undo that one. Just specifically that one. Okay. Now Boolean. There we go. I should have paid attention. Oh, my bad. Now it doesn't look as crazy. Still gonna need to remesh. Let's jacket that. Test for occlusion by casting rays against mesh. Ooh. We'll add 50 random rays. Okay, that's fine. There's not multiple meshes. It's just the one. Yeah, that's right. Okay. That kind of helps with that a bit. Let's look at... maybe not simplifying just yet. Remesh at 10,000. Trying to keep those mesh boundaries. We never gave them any kind of groups. Alright, now if we simplify that, do a 50% first. Let me go unlit. Just real quick to see how things are going. I don't mind if things are a little... Yeah, see, that's what I don't want right there. It looks like there's some possible gaps or edges here too. We don't want that. Negative. We'll go UE standard. attention to some constraints, but I'm not liking the random holes that I'm seeing. It's alright. I'll go through and I'll have like fix holes. That happens. I'll accept that for now. Not voxel, not model, but meshes. Want to grab that triangle edit. Come on now. Wait, is that just an inverted face? No, it can't be. I would have seen it from this side. Glasses. Let's see. Bridge. There you go. That should work. Where were the other gaps at, though? Ah. Okay, I think I see where it thought there were actual weird gaps. Let me turn off the face grab, actually. Bro. Good lord. Who said this was acceptable behavior? Feels like it's like rotated. Definitely shouldn't be. That's fine. Why is this one in particular weird feeling? Can I, like, remove this one? No? You won't let me. That's crazy. Okay, I think I can turn the floor back on. And let's see if our player can... Yeah, cool. There's room enough for... Oh no, this has no collision. Good God. It's okay. If it's icy, that makes sense. If it's all jagged and looks like it's been carved out very roughly. It's intended. It's wild. There are no group colors, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Fine. We'll do, triangle count. 1,000. Oh, wait, actually. It feels weird that the part that I bridged is the one that is, like, standing out separately. You know? Hmm. $2,000, just so that way, because I saw that it was, like, really messing up around the doorway. Did initially want to preserve sharp edges, but Should have realized that option was there way sooner. Let's go with 15 hundo. There's got to be a Reeds apologize. Because this remesh is not the same. Neither is that. Auto UV. Oh boy, that one's going to be crazy too. Tangents, level of detail manager, normals, recompute or repair the normals. Yeah. That's what I want. See, even that one that's totally different is somewhat now better because of that. Edit attributes. Interesting. So the reason I'm taking as much time on this cell block as I have been, and by the way, we're probably going to end earlier today, like 8:30 for me, which would be in 24 minutes because I do need food. In fact, give me 1 sec. I figured while I'm talking about it, I could set frozen meat out into the sink with hot water running on it, so that'll at least start the thawing process, because as it stands, I might not actually have dinner until 10. But I'm gonna start getting crankier and more distracted as I go on without food, so we'll call it early, but I'm not calling it right now. Still got 20 minutes. Although I am going to take a quick 30-second break to run to the bathroom. Alright, so it was more like 45 seconds. My bad. Okay. The reason I'm okay with taking more time on this, since I need to circle back and finish that line of thought, is because I'm designing the cell block, and the cell block is going to be what is kind of repeated the most. We're going to have 6 cell blocks and then 1 more cylinder style room that I can just have a much more simplified version of that just has 3 doors like this through it, and that'll be the main center area that we start out in. I'm gonna say a transfer. Yeah. The raid happens during a transfer. A cell block transfer. Indeed. Coming up with story on the spot to explain random things. Feels good. I hate how this is all warped and stuff. I really wish Reeds apologize were a thing for this. Mesh to volume. Nope. Nope. Reset hard normals. Remove any hard edge split normal, setting all normals to a single averaged vertex normal. Oh, wait, that's still attributes. I see. Everything else should be fine on this, I guess. So this is going to be the cell block static mesh, at the very least, at its base. If I need to slot in things, which I am pretty sure I will, then we'll work with that. Let's go to selection mode. I think we can delete this one now. Yep, because now we have this one, and we can call this one cell block mesh. Now we need to open this and take care of adding collision. Opens the auto-convex collision tool for generating new convex collision mesh or meshes. Oh boy. Is that gonna do it? No, that's just gonna give it the, yeah. What if I do that? And then... It's a little better. Interesting to learn about this, though. Set it back to defaults and or just get rid of the collision that's on there. Because now we're going to have to kind of go through it a little more annoying way. Okay. So, box simplified collision. And now we're going to have to really get crazy with it. Let's look at the top down. We're going to rotate it. Get it lined up. You know how players don't like bumping into something that doesn't look like it should be bumped into. Alright, now let me go ahead and take a look at this from perspective again. I want to see and make sure that we're not poking through to the cells. That's too much. Too much. We're like all outside the wall there. Okay. Now, in regard to the actual cell. Oh, am I cutting off part of it? It looks like it if I look at the top down again. And set wireframe. Let's disable these. Actually keep the rotation one normal. But for the rest of it, let's kind of take it easy. Alright, let me turn down. There we go. I just turned down the DPI for my mouse. I have a new mouse. I think it's called the Rabbit. And I think it's called as such because basically your fingers are like that while you're holding it. Like, ignore these fingers, they're on the table, so you're kind of like that when you're holding it. Doing bunny ears. And your fingers are actually like sticking up because you're hitting the mouse buttons with this part of your finger instead of these. It's basically forcing a hand stretching exercise that can help relieve the like carpal tunnel and hypertension pains that people can get for working on computers forever. It's me on people. Shit hurts. Oh, hey, yeah, I can copy it that way. Cool. That is a second collision. That's wildly awesome. Now we're gonna rotate this like that. Like this, like that. It's kind of good. It's too much. Like that. So I think, all right, this is the exit one. This is also another exit one. So I gotta make sure I'm a little more cautious around how I structured the collision around there. Pull this over. Re-rotate it. Because I guessed wrong. The reason I'm not touching this wall yet is because it's one of the two doorway walls, so we want to make sure that we don't mess that up. Holding Alt whenever I grab and move one of these, which is forcing it to create a duplicate, and then we are moving the duplicate away from the original when we are continuing to drag it away. So long as you hold Alt when you get a new click on the object, that's going to create copy. You can still see the dark green outline of the original that we left there. So now I can move down here. Slide that over a little bit. Okay, now it's time for me to create collision for the quote-unquote special walls. So let's get this kind of like that. Let's look like this. That's too much. Don't go nuts. Don't get crazy. Okay. It's good-ish. I say ish because we can improve this and then kind of use it for that part of the wall as well. That was just like 2 pixels too much. That'll do. No, I'll have to make another small one there. Damn it. Why did I have to put these things like right in the middle and cause that? I'm dumb. Just realized I could have put the cells on the where the corner thing happens. I think that would have been a better design. Oh well. I'll think about it. I'll have to shrink this up a little bit. By the way, since I like to keep people appraised of whatever game I'm playing offline that has grabbed my attention, the game that has grabbed my attention this time around for playing offline, for the most part, is Dying Light. And I know that I played it once before. I don't know if I beat it, because I remembered a lot of the first parts. I don't remember certain things that have just happened. As in, I don't remember having experienced them before. One thing I can say, though, about my experience is that I am discovering a developing fear of frights. Not frights, of heights. Because they have some of the climbing athletic things that you gotta do, the challenges. And when I'm climbing to the top of a ridiculously high up radio antenna and actually feeling queasy to my stomach and like unstable in my chair, in my space, even if I'm like playing when I'm standing, I still feel unstable, unsteady, and nervous. It's so well done. Because their camera does have a forced rotation that happens, and it does happen in increments. When I stopped to actually analyze it, and I stopped, you know, being a coward about it, I stopped and watched it, and whenever you're teetering on the edge of something, your camera does this. So it's like a 15-degree increment rotation, and it happens like 2 or 3 ticks uniform each time, so it'll do it one direction and then do it the other direction at the same exact amount, but it's just constantly ticking, and then it goes back, and then it does that, and then it does that, so it gives you this whole wobbling sensation while you're on anything that, like, while your character is standing on a surface that can fall off an edge. Basically, it's your character's edge detection, knowing that it's about to fall off of something, and it'll force it to start doing that wobble. And then when you're high up on top of that, trying to make sure that your target reticle is aimed like still on the platform that you want to walk forward onto, and it's still wobbling you, it's also moving your reticle, so you accidentally walk off an edge. It's great. It's really great. I love it. From a game design and from a player perspective, but from the perspective of a person that is rapidly growing to dislike heights because of it. Oh, hate that. Oh boy, do I hate that. But it's okay, because that means that they did their job really well with that. It's like, if you tell the people that made Final Destination 2 that they traumatized an entire generation, an entire, like, almost all of humanity that saw that movie, developed a fear of driving behind any kind of logging truck ever again. Immediately distrusted it and thought that it was like a guaranteed sign of their death coming. That's how crazy that went. If something like that happened about 2,000 years ago, by today, that would actually be like a lore and legend of something, and it would be considered an quote-unquote old wives' tale, and people wouldn't really think too much of it, but they'd still get this queasy, uneasy feeling in the pit of their stomach. Time turns all stories into some form of myth, legend, or religion. All depends on interpretation. We're gonna add another simplified box collision. Oh, yeah, let's shrink that. Get it right around there. Now this in particular doesn't really matter, because the top of the map isn't really going to be too nuts. Perspective, please. Let's see if I just slap that on there as an end cap, so to speak. Let me look at it from a right angle. From the front, back, left should be the same. Alright. back to perspective. Dying Light 2 is still glitchy this day, but they don't allow me to pick up an item that I meant to get for the mission, but it does not allow to go through. Oh. Yeah, no, I completely agree that games need to find their soul again. I've been saying this from the start. It's my whole motivation for jumping into game development. You think I didn't want to just sit back and be a content creator like the other people that just get to play the video game and then critique it, comment on it, be assholes about it, and then make money? No. I would have loved that, but there's just too much wrong and too much greed to let gaming continue being an art form that way, and I won't let them fucking kill this entire genre out of existence. I just won't. Having to restart does suck. Check around forums and stuff, because maybe a player released a just a custom player patch that would fix it. It happens a lot. I feel like I don't need the top to be as rigidly on point. So I already just shrank it up a little bit. We're gonna move it up just slightly. Because depending on where I put lights, it might freak out about certain things. So we'll just put this there, actually, to top the cells. The rest doesn't really need it right now. And the player won't be able to jump up over it because it's blocking the middle. I just thought of something else. Let's go back to the top down. Yep, I need to grab up not those, but these. Yeah, yet. I'm doing it this way because I freaking want to. Let's go into perspective mode. So the reason behind this is for flooring. Primarily, this gap right here between the top cells and the bottom cells, we want to make sure that that is actively represented there. So let's go back to, say, the right view. There we go. Top-down view. Good. Hang on, was that the floor that I just put on there? Because it accidentally clicked off. Yeah, alright, cool. And the back. Damn, the player might actually still be able to kind of walk out the back a little bit. That's alright. This will be a good enough start. I'll finish the rest of the collision for this off camera, but we're gonna cut it here. I need to kind of take care of myself a little bit, you know? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna wrap it up for today. Sorry for being so low energy and still kind of sitting here going through it, but I want to be here. I want it to be seen that you don't need to like feel your best or feel your most inspired or really know 100% of what you're doing to kind of get started on a project, and you can figure things out as you go if you need to. there's nothing wrong with it. It's not sustainable for like a long-term bigger project, but just to get you kicked off the ground, even if you're not familiar with what you're working on, just getting on into it. That's the only real way. I've been kind of procrastinating getting started on this one, and now that I'm started, I'm frustrated that it took me this long to start. Lovely. It's alright, though. I want to give thanks to those that participated in the chat today, including but not limited to Adman and Darklight, which both of you have just given me some farewell sentiments. Good luck, and have a good rest of your night. Thank you very much, both of you, both for being here from start to finish, and for the well wishes and stuff. I'll do my best to feel a bit better for the next stream and have a little bit more to show here, so that way we can start working on some fun stuff rather than just barely setting up some copies of controllers and then struggling with modeling. And with all that said and done, ladies and gentlemen, I will see y'all in the next one. Stay frosty.